Back inside the Max Center, I want to remind you tonight's game is brought to you by Hometown Bank. Safe, sound, and secure since 1898 and a proud sponsor of your hometown team. And, well, the hometown team made some history this afternoon. Lindsey Thal moves into first place all-time in career three-pointers. You see her family sporting the shirts, and why not? I'll tell you what, when your child, your sibling, breaks a record like that, you make a T-shirt, Jack Burney. It's just what you do.
And her family has a lot to be proud of, and so does Lindsey. 214 career threes. Like we said, what a career she's had here for Kent State. And for her to have that milestone in the last game of the season today, I think it's a great way to cap this season for Lindsey Thal.
Well, and we've heard it from head coach Todd Starkey time and time again as, you know, it's not just what she does on the floor. It's not just the three-pointers. It's not just the blocked shots. She brings a sense of veteran leadership to this team that they needed. And I'll tell you what, during that losing streak early in the conference play when she was out, you could really feel that presence missing on the floor.
And she is the leader of this team. Every game when the team breaks down in the huddle, Lindsey Thal is the one who is leading the huddle, giving her team some words of encouragement before the game. So it's great to see her recognized for her on-court play, but it's great that we talked about her off-court presence for this team as well.
Her stat sheet, I mean, you look at what she's done this season and really throughout the course of a career, sometimes it doesn't make any sense. As Ohio will get a three-pointer from the outside, that'll bring them a little bit closer here, but for Lindsey Thal, we talk about it. She can shoot the three. She can block shots. She can take you inside like a wing. She can post you up like she's a post player. I mean, again, there's really nothing that she lacks in her skill set. And I'll tell you what, you add the veteran leadership to that, one of the most essential players for Kent State. And if she comes back next year, the Flashes are going to be a lot better for it. Right now, it's that Kent State team on offense as Shoemate shakes off the defender and knocks down the shot. Not sure if there was a push-off there or if someone was trying to win an Oscar, but either way, you leave Katie Shoemate open. That's another player that'll make you pay.
It looked like the Bobcats thought they were going to get a charge right there, but Katie Shoemate does a great job using her strength to get the defender away, and she knocks down the jumper.
I'll tell you what, early on in this game, it's just had a weird vibe to it. We've had spurts of good scoring for both sides, but we've also had uncharacteristic turnovers from both sides as well, as Bridget Dunn is going to get called with the offensive foul there. Gabby Burris hit the deck underneath, and Kent State just about had an open shooter in the corner again. I think that was Lindsey Thal, but instead they're going to be turning it over to the Bobcats here.
Good positioning here by Gabby Burris. She knows Bridget Dunn is going to try and post her up, and she absorbs the contact and draws the foul, and she gets the turnover and the ball back for the Bobcats.
Jack, it's interesting that these two teams are playing for, again, the final spot in the Mid-American Conference tournament potentially, because you look at the preseason poll, Ohio was actually predicted to win the conference, and then you've got this Kent State team that was picked to finish in fourth. So both of these teams have kind of subverted expectations this year, but again, it's interesting that they find a way to play each other here at the end of the season to try to get some of that back.
In a meaningful game, both teams got a lot on the line today. They didn't expect to be in this position, but I think it's fitting. Two of the most talented teams in the conference battling it out for the last spot in the MAC tournament.
And regardless of which one goes to Cleveland next week, watch out, because there is a ton of talent as Casey Santoro will head to the line. Ton of talent on both sides here, and I know Toledo and Buffalo have been very good this season, but tell you what, either one of these teams could potentially come up with an upset. One already did earlier this year.
Toledo is 18-1 in the MAC, and Ohio was that one team that beat them. So both these teams are more than capable of making some noise and pulling some surprises in the MAC tournament.
Head coach Todd Starkey and his sixth season at the helm for Kent State. And you notice one more accolade that can be picked up tonight when you look at his career record, 99 wins during his time at Kent State University. He would love nothing more than to pick up number 100 in a meaningful game at the end of the season and in front of this home crowd, which has been so supportive of the Kent State Golden Flashes, not just this season, but really throughout the course of Todd Starkey's time here. Step back two will not hit. Kent State pulls down the board, and the Flashes continue to pour it on here. Ohio hasn't scored in about 2 minutes, but they'll have an excellent opportunity in transition here. Look out, down the floor, open layup, and that will stop the scoring drought as the Bobcats get a much-needed bucket from Yaya Felder.
Yaya Felder is keeping the Bobcats in the game right now. She has 8 points, she's 3 of 5 shooting, and she has 2 steals. She's done a great job early for the Bobcats, and she's got 8 of their 10 points, so she's really what's making the Ohio offense go right now.
Good active hands. That'll be slapped away here by Cece Hooks, and again, she is dangerous, gets down the floor, but she's missed a couple of those tonight. That one was awfully contested, and Kent State comes up with yet another defensive rebound.
Kent State's doing a great job of defending players at the basket. I think Coach Todd Starkey probably told his team, look, if they're going to get to the basket, at least contest their shot, because so far, that's exactly what Kent State has been doing.
And kind of that's their MO. They move quickly as Kelly will release a three from the outside. There's the rebound and the stick back, no good for Bridget Dunn. Rebound ultimately comes down to Gabby Burris, and Ohio will come back the other way. But yeah, I mean, working quickly in transition, getting to the bucket, getting to the free throw line, those are the things that Ohio did well in Athens earlier this season to secure the win over Kent State during that big losing streak for the Flashes.
If I'm the Golden Flashes here, I'm slowing it down. You're already up 6. I think you slow it down, try to get a high percentage shot, because if you can go into the second quarter up 9 potentially or 8, that's a great position to be in, especially in front of the home crowd.
Claire Kelly wide open, rattles out. Bridget Dunn again can't hit the stick back, but she is fouled on the way up, and the Kent State freshman will head to the line for 2 here. Kent State doing a better job, uncharacteristically, than Ohio of getting to the line here early on, as we see now Bob Bolden in his 9th season at the helm of the Bobcats. And talk about a team, or talk about a coach that's helped the program out. You look at that winning percentage, 179 career wins for Bob Bolden at Ohio. This Bobcats team, they're always in the mix, and there's a reason they were picked to finish first this year.
Both of these coaches, they've won a lot of games at these schools, and it seems like over the years these teams have always seemed to play each other in these regular season games that mean so much, and that's a testament to both the program and both coaches at the helm.
Dunn gets them both, so there's that 8-point lead for Kent State, but now the question is, can they get a stop? That's been a question that has not come up the Flash's way when it comes to the answer in these last couple of games. Again, for the Bowling Green game that just took place earlier this week, both teams scored at will as Dunn kind of got herself behind the attacker, and that is laid in easily. It's another big bucket for Gabby Burris.
Good job there by Gabby Burris, getting around the defender, the easy layup. I expect Kent State to use most of the remaining game clock here. There's only about a 2-second difference. Look for Kent State to try and wind the clock down.
Yep, Mariah Motkins has got the car in neutral right around the big Golden Flash logo at center court. Kent State will try to play for what will effectively be the final shot. They get it off the Thal. Let's try to swing it around in the corner. Open 3. That won't go, but Kent State does what they want to do. Now Motkins slips underneath. Reverse layup at the horn is good. Are you kidding me? The Kent State senior steals a bucket at the buzzer, and Kent State will take an 8-point advantage into quarter number 2. Boy, what a sequence there. Should have been an easy opportunity to run out the clock. Instead, Kent State comes away with it. They'll lead it 20-12 as we head to the second quarter. You're watching this one on ESPN3.